Hello everyone, we created our outside, inside and DMZ security zones in our previous lesson. In this lesson, we will make the interface settings. Before we make the interface settings, we need to create a virtual router. What will this virtual router do for us? We need this virtual router so that we can do the routing on the firewall. First we will create the virtual router and then we will set the interface settings. Now, let's start making our settings by connecting to the graphical user interface of our firewall. First, let's go under the Network tab and add our virtual router. Here, click on the Virtual Router tab on the left. Let's create a new virtual router by clicking Add here. Let's name our virtual router 1. After typing its name, let's add our virtual router by saying OK. After adding our virtual router, let's go to the Interface tab and start setting up our interfaces. We will have Ethernet 1 WAN interface. Here we will give IP 44.34.0.1. Here we choose the interface type as Layer 3. In the virtual router section, let's choose the virtual router that we just created. Let's choose the security zone as the outside zone. Let's add our IP address from the IP4 section here. I write 44.34.0.1 and say OK. If you want, you can also write a description here. I am writing the WAN port in the description. Now let's set up Ethernet half. This interface will be our inside interface. Let's make its type Layer 3 and choose Virtual Router 1 from here. Here, let's choose our inside zone as the security zone. Let's write our IP address in the IP4 section. Our IP address will be 172.16.0.254. Let's not forget to write our subnet mask too. In the explanation part, I state that this interface will be used on the inside side. Now let's set up our DMZ interface. From here, we choose Layer 3 and Virtual Router 1. We choose DMZ as security zone and write the IP address. The IP address will be 10.1.0.254. Let's write DMZ in the description. Now we have set the IP addresses of our interfaces, determined the virtual router and selected their zones. After we write our explanations, we need to commit. Unless we do commit, the changes we make here will not be applied to our firewall. For this reason, we will apply our settings to our firewall by making a commit. Our settings have been loaded successfully. Let's close our window. Here you can see that our links are active. In this lesson, we created a virtual router and made the IP settings of our interfaces. Since we chose Virtual Router 1 while creating our interfaces here, we will be able to see these interfaces on Virtual Router 1. When you come to Interface by clicking Virtual Router 1, you can see that interfaces have been added here. We are exiting here by Cancel, and in our next lesson we will talk about Management Interface. That's all for now in this lesson. See you in our next lesson. Bye.